Now, I'm going to bless you guys with just a couple of things before we head out. One of them being a food recommendation.
Mm.
I have a couple of recommendations, and these are weird actually because I haven't had both of these, but I'm going to
Kind of
very
food.
soon.
Are we talking like a snacky
Oh,
food?
we're gonna get into it, bro. Beautiful
Oh, nice.
episode 88 or 89, depending on if we release this next week or the week after.
Yeah.
It's the Scheuneman Show.
Shoot him a show.
Welcome to it. We're sitting here with Malcolm.
Malcolm.
Malcolm, because he's in the middle. He's sporting one of the
No
T-shirts
pun
that.
intended.
Yeah. He's got a neck on him, but that won't stop him from rocking some nice Scheuneman tees. We might have already spoken on that T-shirt, but we're gonna
Check it out.
We're gonna go over that a little bit again, just to make sure we hit all the bases. And then we didn't get to finish up on the music note sweater that I am wearing currently, so we're gonna talk about that as well.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully, this broadcast does not get interrupted as the live news broadcast did in Ecuador. Might talk a little bit about Ecuador.
Okay.
Get a little educated on the status of the countries around us.
Yeah.
That's always fun. We might get
So
into
what happened?
superpower vaginas.
What? Oh, you're telling.
Yeah, it's cool. We're getting quick into it.
Okay.
Okay, you asked what happened. I
Yeah.
guess we'll start there.
Yeah.
Recently, now I'm not super educated on the topic, but we're going to talk about it anyway. Recently, so Ecuador for the past few years has really been struggling because apparently it's like a situation where like the gangs and the cartels, whatever you want to call them, they really kind of control shit over there, like to the point where currently like their prisons or jails, some of them are controlled by the prisoners themselves. Now, don't ask me why, if the prisoners are controlling them, why have they not left? I don't understand that, but I do know that like there's a couple of jails over there that like the prisoners have the guards or police officers held hostage there, and they're just like taking control of them.
Jeez, man.
So that's crazy to begin with.
That's crazy.
And I guess it's just been a really heated situation because there's a lot of cocaine, drug trafficking going on there, and the government has been trying to like crack down on it and take back control, but they've really been struggling to do so. And the last president, I guess, failed, and the gangs still control currently, and now there's a new president, and he's trying once again by like increasing the military budget and doing all of these little strategies he's got to try and take back control, and the gangs don't like that, so they've been getting increasingly violent.
So they interrupted the broadcast?
Well, what happened recently, this is a little bit of a viral moment, is like there was like a news broadcast going on live.
Yeah.
And during the broadcast, these like gang members just broke in and just started shutting shit down.
Oh, shit.
On TV. So it's like on film and everything. They just broke in and started taking hostages and like assaulting people. I don't know if anybody died. It looks fucking crazy.
So are they out in like a public area, or is this like
the news broadcast?
Yeah,
it was like as if like CNN was doing a show, and then like gang members
in their little quarters,
broke in, and like they had guns and shit. And it was wild because like some of them were just acting like they were just like, where am I? What am I doing? Like they were just like laughing, like throwing up gang signs at the cameras and shit.
Damn, man.
And like people are freaking out, and it's a scary sight. So I hope the people over there are safe and get that situation.
You think that stuff would be like super secluded, right? Like the headquarters.
Like a news broadcast. You'd think they'd have some like security going on or something, but clearly the gangs just like broke through all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I saw that news broadcast thing happen, and so I started like doing a little bit of research on what's going on there, and I guess it's just super big drug trafficking problem. The gangs really hold a lot of the control. The government's been struggling to get it back, and it's also like super violent there. I guess they've like done record numbers as far as like murders going on there.
Holy cow! Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. Pray for Ecuador.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that shit was wild, and apparently like we're apparently like the U.S. is like sending over money so that the government can like get better weapons and shit over there. So, but it's just pissing them off. Like that's why the news broadcast thing happened, was because the gangs are getting increasingly violent because of the government's efforts to like stop it. Because they're like, nah, let us do our thing. But I was reading, and like there's apparently like prisons with like that are ran by the gangs inside the prisons. And I don't understand if like they kind of control it, but they're still not able to get out. Like I don't get that whole thing, because they were like, yeah, these prisons are controlled by the gangs and they have hostages, but it's like, why are the prisoners no longer prisoners and like out? Like, don't get me wrong, there are certain jails where they had like prison breaks and people got out, and that has happened. But there's also certain prisons that are like shut down by the gangs and shit. So
you mean like freely just doing whatever, like out of the...
it sounds like GTA over there, quite honestly.
It's quite wild.
Quite wild. But and then another thing, a little random topic I wanted to talk a bit about is did you hear about the Sony car that's coming out?
Yeah, and it was controlled by a controller.
You're apparently Sony is teaming up with Honda.
Yeah,
And they're going to be making a car together, and it looks like it looks like if you got a PS5 and turned it into a sedan.
Yeah.
So why not?
I wonder what all the cool features are though, because it has to have some dope shit with it.
Oh yeah, I mean Sony kind of goes wild with tech, so I'm sure there's going to be like one of those huge ass like tablet screens.
Yeah.
In it.
I wouldn't even be surprised if a PS5 or whatever the latest model that
I think they said you can play it. Like play a PS5 in the
just slides out the bottom of the dash. It's like whoop.
Bro, I'm not kidding. Why don't you just make a PS5
car.
like built into the car? Because I'm not kidding. Like I've seen some of the pictures of the prototypes or whatever, and it's like it really does look like a car version of a PS5.
It does.
It's like
it's
the
even
same
got that
colors.
color. Yeah.
Yeah. But and then like when I hear, okay, you can drive it with the controller. Like, is that just steering?
So how hackable is it?
Oh, dude, that's a good question. I'm sure pretty hackable. But then again, it is Sony we're talking about, so they probably do know a thing or two about like cybersecurity.
Oh yeah, of course. And I feel like you have to register it with the key first, obviously, and then you bring, obviously start it up, get it ready, and it's like, hey, connect the controller. But even down the street, and someone's just like, I don't know.
But I've got a lot of questions with that. Like, first of all, like, it's crazy if you really think about driving your car with a PS5 controller. I feel like first off, I think that might just bring some intrusive thoughts into the mix, because if you're driving your car with a controller, oh my god, I knew this.
There's got to be some boundaries.
Yeah, like I feel like you'd be feeling like you can get away with doing more than you can or should.
I feel like, like pulling down the R2, it's not going to full throttle the car. It's going to probably like max up to like 35, 35
you think that
miles
there's going to be like speed limits set for controller driving? Well, and then also like, okay, can you like drift with the controller?
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying.
Like imagine if it's the same controls as like Grand Theft Auto. Like you press R1 to drift, because in real life, like drifting, I don't know a bunch about it, but like, don't you have to, it's not super straightforward. You have to like mix a couple of techniques to be able to drift.
Oh, yeah.
It's not the same as like pressing a button and then all of a sudden you're drifting. But it would be pretty wild if it's like you hold R1 to start fucking drifting and shit.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy to think about how many like Mitsubishi, they've made TVs and stuff before, and they make cars.
Yeah.
Like how many car brands have actually made other things than cars?
Maybe I'm having a lapse of brain capacity, but Mitsubishi has made cars? I mean, not cars, TVs?
Yeah.
Really?
They make TVs and other things. I don't know about game consoles, but...
Is there like a Roku motorcycle out there or something?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like,
that would be sweet.
Sony not the first to do this shit?
No.
Or I guess it is weird, because Sony is a tech company going into cars, but Mitsubishi, it was a car company going into TVs. I wonder why. I can understand Sony wanting to make a car a little more than I can understand Mitsubishi wanting to make a TV. You know what I mean? Like, Apple apparently is making a car as well.
There you go.
Hell no, I'm not driving an Apple car with my phone.
I feel like.
You ever tried to play Grand Theft Auto on your phone?
Oh yeah,
It's impossible.
Yeah.
But
I want to know the features though with the Sony car and the Apple car would be
I think
sweet.
it'd be hilarious if there's like proximity chat, like voice chat in your Sony car, like in a Call of Duty lobby.
That would be funny.
Like because in PS5 you can use the controller as like a headset, not a headset, but like a mic.
Yeah.
You can talk to people through the controller. People absolutely hate it when you use your PlayStation controller as a mic, because you run into this issue of like using the controller as a mic. People can inevitably hear your TV, and you end up getting like a what's it called? Like when you hear yourself talking.
Yeah, like the
a
echo.
playback echo thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so people get really pissed off about that. Like, I don't want to be too ADD, but like, I'll merge back into the Sony car. But yeah, like I'll be playing Call of Duty and using that mic, and it's just it is so frequent that you hop into a lobby, you start to talk to somebody, and they just call you all kinds of slurs just because they're like, you can buy this game, but you can't buy a nice mic, you fucking pussy. Like they hate you for it.
Yeah.
And
The funny thing, it's a newer thing, like with the console. Like no other. I mean, I bet other consoles actually have it, but for PlayStation, no other controller has ever had the mic built in.
yeah, and plus, like, dude, if it works as a mic, why would I not use it?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna turn off.
It probably does suck though, because you can probably hear the stick slamming a lot easier.
Yeah, I was even playing with a friend one time, and they like could hear me tapping the button to run.
Yeah,
They were like, "What is that clicking noise?" They were getting, even my friends will get pissed about it.
I mean, it'll be a cool like click on and off type deal thing, like. If you really need to talk, like, say you don't really play with a mic on, and then you need to talk to someone real quick because someone's coming or someone's about to raid you or something. You click it on, and be like, raid incoming, you know?
Yeah, like hold the talk kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it's unfortunately, maybe there's a feature like that. Jesus, last time it did not do this, but this is fucking me up. Ugh.
You got the patch in?
But yeah, it's like it's just something you turn it on, and then it's kind of a annoying process to turn it off and on. Like you have to like press the PS button and then go into settings and turn it off.
Dude, I really need the freaking steering wheel, shift knob, gas pedal, brake setup for racing.
Dude, it'd be so funny.
That's my next thing, man.
That would be sick. I have a couple things to say on that, but I just imagine like imagine somebody's driving the Sony car with one of those setups, and it's like you're in a car.
Dude, I watched a video the other day of this guy. Have you ever seen the guy with the RC that has the camera?
Yeah, he'll like pay for stuff with the RC car.
Yeah. So there's this guy that has a setup with the steering wheel and everything, like he's in a car. But
for his RC car?
For his RC. It's the camera of his RC. And he'll drive down the road and shit, and it's like he's in a fucking video game, but it's, you know.
It would be cool to have one of those nice little RC car things, because I mean he gets shit done with it. He'll like
or a simulator,
be like a mile down the street and like drive it up into a store and
dude,
buy
the
something.
Radius on that bitch though, like,
yeah, dude.
You know.
And you won't, does it come with like a camera where you can see? Because I can't imagine like, because obviously you have to see where you're going. So
yeah.
But no, like do you understand how goofy it would be if? I feel like this deserves a little more. Like somebody driving a car with a steering wheel setup.
Yeah, that'd be fucking.
It has a steering wheel.
Yeah.
So why would you buy a steering wheel? It's just, oh my god. But like
that's why I'm wondering with the controller. Like how are you gonna drive with a controller? Dude?
Yeah, it just doesn't seem right.
Just like a little feature you can have, or.
Yeah, like I mean, I didn't think of it until you said it. Like having a like setting where you can't go a certain speed using the controller, that like might make sense, because like something just seems so wrong about being on the highway with using a PS5 controller.
Yeah.
What if it dies?
Well, I would hope
switches right back to steering, like regular steering.
Yeah, did you see the video of the guy driving it out with the controller?
No, there's a video of somebody using the controller to drive. Oh shit, yeah, I gotta watch that.
Yeah, you gotta watch him.
So it's like the real Sony car, and he's using the controller feature.
Yeah, they reveal
So, how fast was he going?
Oh, it's probably 2 miles per hour, 1 mile per hour.
Oh, okay. So he's just like barely doing it.
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say so because if you saw the video and in the video he's like on the highway, then that would
No, it's like a showcase.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's the. So yeah, I wonder how much that car will cost.
That's what
I
I'm
wonder if it'll be like it's either gonna be. Sounds like it'll be either super expensive or really affordable.
I think it's got to be. I'm not gonna lie. I could see it being like 70s almost to like.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah, because like, I would feel like they could go super bougie with it and make it like an expensive car. But if you're a
Maybe
new
50.
company merging into like making a car, like I would feel like you would want to start out with making something that like a lot of people can afford and get.
Because Tesla, right? Did they have? I mean, they have affordable cars.
Well, that's the crazy thing about Tesla is like every car that they've made, they have like a relatively affordable version. It just doesn't have a lot of the features that the more expensive ones have.
Yeah.
Like even the Cybertruck, there's a version that's like not that expensive.
Really?
They have like 3 different price ranges and they all have different capabilities. And I think the cheapest one is like 35, 40. I think maybe 40,
Okay, maybe
50.
maybe the Sony car would be around like 50, 45. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking it'll probably be like the same price of like a mid-range Tesla. Recently, so Colin has a Tesla, and I was like I like the idea of having a Tesla. I think it'd be cool. His Tesla is really nice. It's like fun to drive in. It's super fast.
Yeah.
But one thing like I always worried about was like having it die or being able to find a charging place. And usually, apparently, it's not too much of a problem because they've got like a nice range, and also apparently there's enough charging stations around that
There's
it's
a lot.
not a
Wow.
problem. But
They've been around for quite a bit of time now. So
yeah, I can't imagine being one of the first people to have a Tesla though, because like I'm sure they were not as abundant. But
I wonder if there's many charging packs you can get, or someone with like a tow service, like a Tesla tow service that can come charge it up to get you to a charge.
that might be nice. Well, I wonder if there's because there would have to be like specific Tesla tow companies because they do a lot of, like when you get like maintenance done on your car, you have to go to like a Tesla.
Yeah, you can't go to a random.
Yeah, no. So, and also another thing is like if Colin had to experience this right off the bat. If you get into any kind of like small accident, like a fender bender or anything, it's like Tesla is notorious for taking a super long time to repair your car because you have to get it sent to the special place, and then they take a long time because there's like sensors that they're working with and little details they got to work out.
That thing can drive itself.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
It's yeah.
But speaking of like Sony cars and possibility of getting hacked, like people are already even freaking out about Tesla cars and the capability of hacking them. Like,
did you hear about the recent update
on Tesla cars?
Yeah.
No, what's
People
up?
were like freaking about it. I don't know. Just like I don't know much about it, but there was a freak out about the update. But I guess it's all solved now because.
Well, recently, one of my friends was like, I was talking to him about like how Colin has a Tesla, and he was like, "You better be careful. China's gonna hack that shit. It's gonna be just like that Netflix movie." Because there was a Netflix movie where like part of the plot of the movie is at one point like this government like hacks a shit ton of Teslas and like just forces them to self-drive to this like super busy highway and then just block it up. And so there's like one scene where they're like trying to get onto this highway, and then they see all these Teslas just stopped and they can't get on.
Yeah.
And then they look behind them and there's just fucking like 4 Teslas just flying towards them, like speeding at the speed of light, like just towards them, smashing into the cars around them and shit.
Holy cow.
So people started freaking out, like, oh, they really could do that, bro. Like China could really just take over all the Teslas and have a Tesla army. But where were we? We were talking about something with Sony cars.
Oh, the Sony came out with a car.
You know, not yeah, I know. So an issue with Teslas is like they take forever to get repaired, and so Colin got in like the smallest kind of accident. He was just like pulling out of a parking spot, and somebody was like flew past him and like tapped his like.
Was it bad? Like,
It wasn't too bad at all. Like it was like a dent, and like
Yeah.
his bumper was like just barely unhinged in a place. But it took them like 3 months
Gee.
to get him his car back, and he did not have like a replacement rental.
They didn't give him a rental or
No,
anything?
not until like the very end, because they actually messed something up. Like they accidentally broke his windshield.
What do you do in that
And
case if that's your only car?
Exactly. You can't like. I would say if you're gonna have a Tesla, you need a second car, because just like you just said, like you can't be carless for.
I
It was
understand.
literally like 3 months.
I understand if it's not probably another Tesla or something. But man, that
And
was
and then also like there was this crazy thing where it was taking so long, so he was messaging them about like what was going on, and they literally practically said to him, they're like, "Yeah, we're sorry for the inconvenience, but just understand, like we're learning this too." Like so, they messaged him like the auto body place that was working on it was literally telling him like, "Yeah, we don't know.
we're learning this.
We
right
don't know
now.
how to do this.
Yeah.
Like we're
gotta
figuring it
give us
out
some
as we
time."
go." It's like, bro, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, you imagine somebody working on your car is like, I don't know what I'm doing.
You'd be like, yeah, hey, bro, you might as well come over here and just help us with this. You know, it might be done fast.
You know just as much as we do.
I will.
Like, come on over.
Yeah.
But yeah. So if you're gonna have a Tesla, you better have a second car. And then I swear there's something we ADHD'd over, but whatever.
Just a Cyberpunk. Or
Cyberpunk.
That's what I'm
I
playing
love the
recently,
Cybertruck.
The Cybertruck.
Yeah, that thing's coming out soon.
Well, I've been getting into that recently, and I'm pretty.
What,
yeah.
Cyberpunk?
Yeah, I'm the street kid right now, and I've been going through just.
How does it work on PS4? Are the bugs kind of
Trying
cleaned
to, like,
out?
down me right
No. I played it on PS4 early on too. When it
it's-
first came out, I was playing it on
They
PS4.
updated it.
Cyberpunk was like notoriously buggy as
little
shit, but I think they really did fix it up.
Yeah, I mean, there's some bugs. I mean, I've only had one real bug that I've been playing in, and it's been a couple weeks or so, like on and off. But I think I was like on the bike, and I fucking hit one of the poles, and I flew up in the air.
You're just PlayStation explodes, dude.
Yeah, and
That's
then
how it
it's
used to be in the beginning. Like you could not drive fast because the game would just fucking glitch out. And like if you drove fast enough, like all the traffic would like unspawn. Like there would be no NPCs and shit.
I've noticed one time the sound of the bike went cut out also.
Yeah.
But that's it. I mean, nothing really major.
And that's much better than it used to be, because in the beginning, like there would be like missions you'd get in, like in the middle of a mission, the next thing you're supposed to do would just like not be activating. So it's like, go talk to this guy, and he's like, you can't talk to him.
Yeah.
So I mean, they've fixed a lot. You got to give it to them, and they made like an expansion, and they ended up like winning awards for how much better the expansion they made is. Like it was like the best DLC of the year or something.
Yeah.
But it's funny you say that, because I've recently been getting. It's always fun when you get into a new game or like start playing a game again, and like you just dive into it. Because I went for a long time not playing games really at all. And
See, like certain games though too, it's nice to kind of wait on them when not everybody's playing it like at the same time. I mean obviously like the
especially with
Call of Duties.
Cyberpunk.
Yeah. Or like, you know, like still Red Dead. I haven't gotten into that, like the campaign.
That you're late, bro. You gotta.
And I can download it today and play it, but I'm
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you will. I'm telling you, dude, you will love that game, because the online's fun and all, and I know you've played that, but like, it's nothing like the campaign. It's so nice, bro.
I like to get into games, man. Like when I
It'll
you know,
it'll get into
that's
you,
what I'm
bro.
saying. Like I'm gonna have to binge it almost, you know.
Oh
like,
yeah, dude, it'll suck your life away, because you can spend hours on hours just hunting in that game, and not only is the hunting fun, but like crafting clothes and shit from.
Yeah, there's so much to do. And you can walk into just various things that fucking catch you off guard for the next 30 to an hour.
Yeah, like the random events that happen in that game.
Yes,
That's why I'm so excited for Grand Theft Auto 6, because
that
if it's anything like how good Red Dead Redemption 2 was, then it's going to be so amazing. It's really gonna be Red Dead Redemption mixed with Grand Theft Auto 5, and that's gonna be like the best game ever.
Dude, I mean, you always have those people out there that it doesn't meet the full, like
Yeah,
requirements. Or
that's
anything
what I'm scared. Well, not scared about, but it's gonna be annoying because there's gonna be people are so hype about this game that inevitably when it comes out, there's gonna be a group of people that are like, this is not as good as I like. All this wait for this. Blah, it's like they're gonna expect it to be absolutely
But
perfect.
that's the cool thing too is the updates.
Yeah,
online.
And it does not take much to please me with a game. Like I will give a lot of leeway but
that's the thing too is with GTA they've switched so much. Like 4 was so different from 5.
Oh yeah, I say this all the time. Like Rockstar does this thing where, and every gaming company should do this. You can literally spot out. They'll make one game, and then the next game they make, they'll try something new.
Yeah.
And then the game after that, they will take what they learned from those last 2 games and put it into the third one. And then in the fourth one, and I'm not just saying like the third
No, it's
sequel.
crazy you say that because I can see the last 2 being in the 6, like how the gameplay
Exactly.
is.
And I don't just mean like 4 and 5. I mean like my example was like in Max Payne 3, which is a Rockstar game.
Okay.
That I love that game. But that's when they started working with like slow motion shooting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it was much better in Max Payne 3 than it is in Grand Theft Auto 5. But just for this example, there's the slow motion shooting in Max Payne 3, and then when Grand Theft Auto 5 comes out, Michael can do slow motion shooting. So they like learn the little techniques of slow motion shooting from Max Payne 3 and then put it into their next game, which was Grand Theft Auto 5. And then in Grand Theft Auto 5, they had these like random encounters you could do or stranger missions where like, random stuff would just happen as you were playing the game. And then in Red Dead Redemption 2, that stuff was like kicked up a notch times 1,000, and there was like all kinds of random events. And so now they'll take all these random events type things and like the detail that they had in Red Dead Redemption 2, and that detail and random events will be put into Grand Theft Auto 6, and some like whatever new they want to put into 6.
Yeah.
But I've
6 is gonna be great though.
I'm so excited.
I'm
dude.
excited, man.
It's gonna be so fun.
It's gonna be different. It's been so long. I mean, it's got. I mean, I don't know.
I've been playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 a little bit, and that's like the recent game that I've been playing a bit of. And dude, I just gotta say, first of all, because I promised, I met a cool dude in that game, and it's always fun meeting people online.
Of course.
It's just like a new way to meet people, I guess. And
you can meet so many different.
And then playing with a friend is just so cool.
Oh yeah.
But shout out to him. Shout out Moisturize. He's got a weird name.
Moisturize.
It's like moist, but like even worse. Like his username is Moisturize, which is
not moisturizer.
I think it's Moisturize, which just really makes my skin crawl a bit. But shout out him.
Shout out.
Other than him though, like the people you meet in Call of Duty are just quite awful. Like they're really just really mean.
It's just Call of Duty.
I know, bro, but like it's like a stereotype. Like you run into like, it's like just a perfect example of like you say one thing that you can even pick apart at all, and you'll get 5 people be like, "Shut up, pussy, you fucking idiot! You like, what are you talking about, bro? Nobody cares." Like. And I've had so many times where, like, in between games, I'll be, like, looking at something on my phone, and then the game starts, and since my PlayStation controller is a mic, it picks up what's playing on my phone, and it's like, turn that shit off, you fucking, like, it's crazy.
That's funny.
I had, like, the other day I was playing, and I had, like, 5 people in one lobby say, like, threaten to ban me because of my mic. They're like, I'm going to get you banned, bro. I have fun not being able to play. I was like, bro, you guys are dicks. But I don't know where I was really going with that. I do have a record.
Why do you keep it on?
Because it's fun to talk to people. I like messing with people.
But you have a headset now.
I do, but I get lazy and I don't want to plug it in. Like multiple times. I like it and I do use it, but multiple times I've been like playing like Warzone, and I'll be like, I don't want to turn this. I don't want to put it on, and
Yeah.
because it's like it's Bluetooth, but you have to like plug this little USB thing into the PlayStation to like activate the Bluetooth. And this sounds so lazy, but it's literally like where I'll be playing, and it's like I don't want to go grab that thing and then plug it in and then put the headset on. Plus, it needs charged.
Oh, the headset. It's Bluetooth like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But for those of you, if any of you guys play Warzone, Call of Duty, I don't want this secret to get out too much, but I will, since you guys listen to the show. The best, and we'll get off games after this, but the best spot to drop in Warzone, and you don't play it, so you won't know what I'm talking about, but if you guys ever play Warzone, drop at it's like the Shaheen or Scheuneman Manor, however you pronounce it. If you drop there, there's a cave system that's in the back of the house, like right along the lake that it sits on. And if you go through this little cave tunnel thing and go to the left, there's literally an armory. And like you know how like Warzone and Fortnite and all that shit works, like a battle royale game. You drop in, you have nothing.
Yeah, I just haven't been on it in a while.
Yeah. So you need to get the best gear that you can as fast as you can.
Yeah.
And this place is like a hack, bro. Like you drop here and it takes like 15 seconds, and then you walk into this armory. And there's gold tier weapons, which are the best weapons you can get in the game.
Yeah.
There's always like armor plates and just everything you need in this one room.
Wait, is it known spot? Do you have to fight for it?
No, that's the other thing. Like for some people might not know what I'm talking about, but I know you do. Like for example, in Fortnite, you remember like Tilted Towers?
Yeah.
You know how it's like, oh, that's the spot everybody goes to. You have to fight for it, but it has the best loot, but everybody goes there. So
Bro, I think I've played Fortnite a total of like 2-3 times, and I know that spot.
yeah. And it's like a part of pop culture.
Apex,
But
Fortnite.
for some reason, I never liked Apex. But anyway, that's the thing that makes this spot the best spot. It's not like that. I remember when I found out the great like loot that you can find there. I was like, oh, there's gold weapons here. There's this. There's that. Like the next time I drop here, there's gonna be like 5-10 people here. No, nobody knows about it. That's why I'm talking about it on here.
Yeah.
And I'll get off the subject in a second because I know some people just hate this. But bro, that's the beauty of this thing that I found. Like it's a unknown spot. I don't think people have stumbled on it yet. And no, like in that general area, sometimes you'll get like 3 people that drop there, 3-4 at the most. But that's not even like they're dropping in other places. Like the place I'm talking about is literally underground, and it's like a specific room you walk to, and it's easy to get to right off the bat. So even if there's people dropping in that general area, you can go in and get this stuff that I'm talking about and then just leave. But I mean, you should just go kill them. But yeah, that's the beauty of it. It has the best loot, and it's just there for you. And you each now that's where I drop every time I play. So I go that's where I start every match, and I've probably had.
Do you play solo or with team?
So I usually solos unless I'm with a friend. Like if I'm playing with a friend, I'll do duos or trios. I don't like quads because it's just too much for me to handle. Like yeah, I know I also have a team of 3 other people, but I don't like I like to be able to focus on okay, I got to kill this one other guy or these 2 other guys and then we're good.
Yeah.
I don't like quads because it's like, oh, I killed this one guy. Now I have to worry about 3 other dudes.
Solo is really cool. I like.
Yeah, when I'm playing alone, it's always solos. I don't even do duos alone. I just like to be I like to go from one fight to the next. I don't want to have to
I play quads, but
it's just so overwhelming to me. But I'm not that great at the game. I don't play it all the time, so.
Solo is where it's at.
But yeah, Shaheen Manor, drop there, bunker in the back. Thank me later. Nobody knows about it yet.
Yeah.
One day they will, but that's all the COD talk. I swear to God.
Let's lean into.
So I don't know if we talk. I think we might have, but I was scrolling through our last couple of episodes before we started, and I didn't see it. but I have it in my notes from a couple episodes ago. We might not have gotten to it though. So, what Malcolm is wearing here is
Mr. Malcolm.
and we'll put a picture up too because he's got a weird shaped body.
Yeah.
But this is the Stones Beach tee, aka photo tee number 2. As we've said before, every collection we do, we have a couple of things we do every collection. So one of them is a photo tee, which is going to be a nicely made T-shirt with wonderful cotton, comb cotton to be specific, very soft, nice to the touch. And then there's a beautiful photograph because I myself like to do photography, and I take that picture, I edit it, and then I include the coordinates to exactly where I took the picture, so you can go and have your own little adventure to find a spot. Go to Aruba. And so that's what the photo tee is. It's a beautiful picture, box type graphic, and then the coordinates, and then typically we'll have like a title for it. Last collection was the Goose tee. Took that at the Gates of Hell. This collection is Stones Beach tee. It's Stones Beach. And then there's a signature that goes along with it. Now the signature,
it changed.
it's evolved. I like to say.
Evolved. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Not that you said it wrong.
No.
That's my
That's better.
way. But I don't know if I can say that it will like change every collection. Like I think next photo tee we do will be this the same signature, but there's a chance that one day it'll change with a different era. But I think that's kind of a cool thing to do because not only does it show like a bit of an improvement or different styles, but also I like to think one other thing we do is like we don't restock stuff. This collection may be the only collection that we may restock a couple of things once, but in general, think of it as like we don't restock things. So once it sells out, it's gone forever. I like that little hype touch. So that's another reason why I think it's cool to have the different signatures evolving over time because like you could have the first photo tee, the Goose tee, and it's like, oh yeah, this is the one and only time he did this signature. This is from this signature era. And then, oh, I have this signature. This is from this era. So I just think it's a little detail that makes it like cool for people buying it. It's like, oh yeah, well, it makes it like a bit of hype, I guess, because it's like, oh, I have this style or I have this style. Because like the signature on the Goose tee is never going to be used again.
Yeah.
So if you buy the Goose tee, it's the only way to have that. I don't know.
It is cool.
But
cool.
Yeah. So this picture I took on one of the days I spent in Aruba with my friend Cole. He's been on the show before. Check his episodes out. But he took me to Aruba with his family because previously I had taken him to Cabo with my family. So he returned the favor like a gentleman. And one of those days, me and him went on our own little adventure without the family, and we like rented like 4-wheelers or ATVs type shit. And we went out with this group of people, and pretty much the way Aruba is, it's like a small island. So you could theoretically drive around that whole shit in a day.
Okay.
So we drove through a good majority of it. And on that drive, we stopped in this place that was like I think it's called the Busharibana Ruins, and that's where this picture was taken. And it was like, I think it used to be like a gold mine or something, or some sort of mine, and there's ruins of that mine there, and then it's like right on the beach. So just took a few steps out, like away from the ruins, and then took this picture of the beach. And so that place in general was cool, but I wanted to talk about how that's where it was. You can literally Google Busharibana Ruins and check it out that way as well. And then another thing about that day, which was a little bit interesting, was the tour that we did with the ATVs. It started like early in the morning. I've never been a morning person. I suck at waking up early. I don't like it because I struggle to get to sleep. So this day we had like made a whole thing, me and Cole, about like, okay, you have to be ready at this time. We can't miss the bus to the tour. It'll fuck everything up. So you got to make sure that you get up on time.
Yeah, of course.
So I was making a whole deal about it in my head, like, oh, okay, I really have to wake up at this time, be ready on time, because I don't want to piss anybody off or screw it up. So that morning I was able to wake up, get ready. I'm like rushing through it because I want to make sure I don't hold anything up. And I'm all proud of myself after like getting dressed and having everything that I need. And we're like I even like put sunscreen on my arms and my neck and shit. And I'm like, oh yeah, I fucking nailed it. I like got completely ready on time. And come to find out, at the end of the tour, I'm like, we're driving back and I'm like, my right leg is like sunburnt to shit.
Oh man.
I thought I put sunscreen on, and then I realized, I was like, oh, I'm wearing shorts right now, and I put sunscreen everywhere except my calves.
Fuck.
And so the way Aruba is like right next to the equator.
So you're fucking burnt like a lobster.
Dude, it was the worst sunburn that I've ever had in my whole entire life, because
Looking like a lobster.
literally what happened was, driving there I was driving a 4-wheeler, and driving there, like the way the tour works was you take a bus, drive to where the like 4-wheelers and ATVs are, pick those up, and then from there on you're driving yourself to all these little stopping points and locations around the island, and then you drive back. So on the first ride through the desert type shit, I'm riding with the sun facing towards me on one side, getting one leg. So I bake the whole left leg, let's say, driving there, just baked it to shit.
Damn.
And then on the way back, we're facing the other way, so it bakes the right leg. And both of them got just enough sunshine to like boil. And
You have boils?
well, not boils, but like I'm not kidding, dude. The sunburn was so fucking excruciating.
Yeah.
Like I remember the night after, I took like the most ibuprofen I have ever taken in my life, and I don't even think ibuprofen does shit for sunburn, but I was just trying to do anything to stop the pain. Because it was like, some sunburns, like they're only gonna hurt if they get like, if they rub up on your clothes, or if you like touch your sunburn, or like somebody hits it. This was one of those sunburns where I could have had my leg floating in a pool of like water, and it would still be just fucking, it would still feel like somebody was just grabbing your sunburn and like slapping it. So it's just constantly like radiating heat and like hurting. So I'm like laying in bed, and like it just hurts to even lay down. It was so bad.
That's horrible.
So I say all this to let you guys know that I burnt myself to a crisp to get you this beautiful picture on this beautiful photo tee.
There you go.
Check it out on Scheunemanbrand.com.
Get you something nice and comfy with a memory behind it.
Literally, and now you know the story behind it. Trying to think of anything else that is of importance of that day.
It is very sweet. It's a cool ass picture. It's I would love to be there in person.
Oh, dude, it was a fun time. I mean, if you guys can make it out to Aruba and check out where it was taken, I mean, you will not regret it. But put sunscreen on your legs.
Definitely. I would definitely do that.
And then another reason, a little tidbit about this as well is like, it's difficult because like explaining certain details, I could find myself like wanting to re-explain everything about how this is inspired by Stone Fultz and like his personality to celebrate him and his style and all that. But we've talked about it before. I'll probably go back over that on our last the Stone Collection episode, which is coming up. What I mean by that is like these past few episodes, we've purposely not had guests on because we've been doing an increasing amount of what we typically do on solo episodes, but we're making sure that there's a good bit of talk about the Stone Collection and the pieces. We've just been slowly running through the pieces at this time. So when I say a Stone Collection episode, that's what I mean. But anyway, So one thing about this, the reason I picked this picture, because there were a couple pictures I was picking through for what this photo tee should be. I picked this one because when we were designing this collection, we were given a list of like, it was a combination of like nouns, like things that Stone loved and liked to do or liked to wear, or adjectives that explain Stone, and like a list of words like that. And so in that list, there was like the word water, the beach, sand, like, because he loved to go to the beach and he enjoyed his vacations with his family and friends at the beach. It was like one of his favorite places to vacation to. So I thought it was fitting to do this picture at the beach. That's why it's called Stone's Beach. Okay, I did put an apostrophe there. I've been messing up with that shit because I just recently relearned that, like Stone's Beach has an apostrophe because of ownership, but I always get that mixed up because I always think in my head it has an apostrophe because if you're saying like Stone is, but it's both, and that's why English language is like annoying. But I forgot that. I don't. Yeah, it's ownership and like if you're saying Stone is or whatever.
Okay.
Anyway, so I did the beach tee because he likes beaches. And then also, the way this is edited, it has not only a lot of blue, which was Stone's favorite color, but a lot of purple, which is AJ's favorite color. So I thought it was cool. There's beach, and then there's also favorite colors in there. And then I love the picture. So, yeah, I think I also was reminded to talk about this piece because I got a message from one of my friends who was like, I posted this on like my Snapchat or something. He's like, I actually haven't seen this one yet. I think this is my favorite piece of the collection. And that's why one of the things I love about this collection is I constantly hear different answers about favorite pieces from different people. Like some people, their favorite piece is the imprint hoodies. Some people love the paint hoodies. Some people love the cargo joggers. Like or the doodle tee. Like you get all kinds of different answers about what people think is their favorite, which I think is proof that it's a good, well-rounded, like quality collection. I think we really killed it with this one, while remaining humble. So that's the Stone's Beach photo tee number 2, and then also I wanted to talk. This one's quick, but I wanted to talk about what I'm wearing right now, and we'll put a picture up. Is the Music Note sweater. So this Music Note sweater, first of all, it has a really interesting fabric. It's like it's soft, but I wouldn't say it's like it's textured more than it is soft.
It's definitely textured, yeah.
We specifically wanted to get like a ribbed fabric because I think, like I said, it provides a cool texture and feel. And then also I like the look to it. It's a weird detail, but like I have always loved like the cuffs of things, like a nice like sweatshirt cuff or a jogger cuff. Like I just like the look of like a ribbed fabric. So this is like an all over ribbed fabric, and I can't take complete credit for that because little thing that me and Colin do when creating a collection, we'll kind of like split the ideas in half. Like half of the ideas are typically some of Colin's and half of them are some of mine. Mm-hmm. And then I'll take all of the ideas and then design them. But we like to come up with concepts like 50-50. So this is one of Colin's concepts that he thought of, and then we obviously come together and finish it out. But it's got the music notes on there because we are taking inspiration from some of Stone's favorite music. Cool little thing is like during this, like while I was designing this collection, I would just always be playing his favorite music or his favorite songs. Like whenever I thought like I needed some like push or inspiration, I would always put on like this playlist I had made from like his favorite music. And so, because I was really trying to get myself in that headspace. Yeah. And we can't really officially put this out on the website or really anywhere because we want to avoid any kind of legal trademark
Yeah.
crap, but I think I can say this on the podcast.
Yeah.
So the music notes are, it's not really in a particular order, but the music notes that we put on are taken off of the sheet music of his favorite song, which is Circles by Post Malone. So that's the thing we can't really, like, we can't put on the website, oh, this is a circle, like a Circles song thing. So that's it's podcast exclusive. But yeah, these music notes were picked out from the sheet music of that song. So I think that's a cool little detail. And then it's got like Scheuneman across the back. I even used, now I'm not super well versed in sheet music, but like there's a name or term for this, but like those like little curved lines that take one note from one, that go like from one note to the other. It'll be like a music note and then a curved line, and then we'll put a picture up. I use one of those to like underline the Scheuneman on the back. I think that was a cool little thing.
Name there.
We'll put the back up and then the note that I'm talking about. I don't even know if it's technically a note, but it's something that's used in sheet music. Yeah. That's the next habit I need to break. I always catch myself doing that when I rewatch these. But
today was nice and gray and rainy.
I hate gray days, dude. But don't get me started on that. So another thing about this, and probably last thing, there was an interesting little process we had to go through when designing this with our manufacturers. I don't know if this was like a language barrier or the misunderstanding or what, but when we were we were thinking of how we wanted to do these music notes and have them put on the fabric. Originally, we wanted to do embroidery. Now, there's a couple of things with that. Number one, that would have made this piece cost quite a bit more, because for those who don't know, a screen print is going to be a lot cheaper than an embroidery. An embroidery takes a lot more labor and time and material. So a cheaper way to do it is a screen print. You're not really sacrificing quality. It's just a different look and feel. So we ended up going with screen print to kind of keep it on the lower price range, or as low as we could. And then also because we had this issue where our manufacturers were telling us, like, if we put an embroidery on this kind of fabric, it's going to be like broken up almost.
Yeah, because it like splits almost.
Because of the ribbed.
Yeah, the ribbed.
But I'm positive that it wouldn't have been. Or maybe I might be getting this wrong. I think maybe they were saying if we print on it, then it would have been broken up. One of the things they were telling us we shouldn't do, I think it was actually the printing, now that I think about it. They were like, yeah, if you print over this, it's going to be broken up and like almost cracked. And I was like, we have a prototype here of us doing that, and it's not. So what are you talking about? And like, we never really did understand what they were thinking we meant or what they were talking about. But like throughout this whole design process, we were like worried that we were going to get the finished product and it was going to be like different, because our prototype came out fine. It was because our prototype was screen printed, and they pretty much came back when we like told them like, yeah, this prototype's good and we're going to do this for the finished product. They were like, well, just letting you know, if you do the screen print, it's going to be cracked up or whatever. And it was like, the prototype's not. What are you talking about?
Just go with the prototype.
And so we were just like, we just took a leap of faith and we're like, I think we're actually right here and you guys are confused. So we're still going to screen print it. And it ended up coming out how we wanted it and how the prototype was. But at some point, I don't know what they were talking about, but they were saying it was going to be all cracked up or something.
Yeah, it's detail. It gives it detail the way it looks. You know?
Yeah. Well, they made it sound like it was going to be like separated. Like there was going to be like blue lines through.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they meant like the screen prints themselves would like follow along with the texture of the fabric. Like I don't know. But that is the Music Note sweater.
Ooh.
It's another
Get you
beautiful
one.
piece
Get
in
you
the
one.
Stone collection that's out now on the Scheuneman brand website. Check her out.
Check it out.
There's like a couple of little family and friends like discount codes going around out there. I'm not gonna do or say anything now.
No.
But I'm thinking I'm gonna check with some other company members and see if I can get some sort of exclusive code that we could put out for a short amount of time on the podcast. Like how like for a sponsorship, like if we got sponsored by Manscaped, it'd be like, oh, use promo code Scheuneman to get 10% off of your ball trimmer. Now, I'm thinking about seeing if we can make a code that'll be out for like, let's say a month, and we'll say that code at the end of
that's a great amount of
every
time.
episode, and then maybe we can get the podcast listeners a special little
I think we should even make a sign for it.
something. We can because it would be cool if we could have like this little secret discount code lying around out there.
Gives you
for
something nice.
the loyal listeners of the show. So we'll see what we can do about that. I've been watching streamers lately, and it's kind of funny because when you're streaming, you have the power to like, you can ban people from your stream, but then you can also time them out, which is literally like a timeout. I don't know if it makes them like it's a timeout as in you can't comment or you can't watch the whole thing.
Yeah, I think they can still watch, but you can't like
say anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's always funny when it's like, all right, I'm timing you out for 5 minutes. It's like that's got to feel quite good.
We're at 59 minutes.
Well, that's just splendid. That seems too perfect not to end here after the last blessing that I'm going to give you guys. I already recommended where to drop in Call of Duty.
Yes.
We already discussed some beautiful pieces that you now have knowledge on
Beautiful piece.
in this collection. Now I'm going to bless you guys with just a couple of things before we head out. One of them being a food recommendation. I have a couple of recommendations, and these are weird actually because I haven't had both of these, but I'm going to very soon.
Are we talking like a snacky food?
We're gonna get into it, bro. Okay, because listen, first of all, like I said, I'm gonna tell you 2 restaurants.
Ooh.
I haven't had either one of them, but just simply off of their Instagram and the food pictures and all that, I know for a fact that they're amazing. And they have not given me a cent. There's no reason that I should be up like hyping them up this much. But bro, when I saw these pictures and their Instagram, I got so excited to eat. Like it's been a minute since me and you actually should go and try one of these places.
I mean, that'd be great. Are we gonna vlog it?
Let's make a date out of it. Maybe we could vlog it. I don't know. It could be like the intro for the next episode.
That means you're paying.
I don't know. I'll pay. On me. On the company card. But first of all, Flipside and Easton. They have, maybe we'll put a picture, I don't know.
Heard about it.
It's like a sandwich place.
A sandwich?
I like to call them sandwich. Like they got like
sandwich
burgers and sandwiches, like just beautiful things, bro.
So good.
Just to refresh my memory.
It's like a potato.
You even know this place that I'm talking about?
No.
They got fries, they got potatoes, blah, blah, blah.
What they got?
Hold on, let me just.
They got, bro. What they got in the menu? I need to know.
So it's in Easton, and they got. Oh yeah, okay. This is good. I just looked this up because first of all, they have like beautiful milkshakes. Like these shakes look insane. Look at that. That's a zebra cake
Holy
milkshake,
shit.
Bro. You see?
Oh, it has a zebra cake on it.
Yeah, bro.
Holy
and like
fuck.
it looks like they got their own like IPS. Look at that.
It's loaded. Is that coleslaw?
Yes, bro. It looks so good. I don't know why I'm hyping them up so much, but like,
ooh, that one looks slap.
I'm just blessing you guys with recommendations here. Yeah. This is why you guys need to listen to the show. We're talking about all type of shit. Yeah. So the Flipside in Easton, they just have beautiful sandwiches. Like, check them out or follow them, and amazing milkshakes too. Haven't had them, but I know they're amazing. I know it. And me and Marquise are going to go find out. So check them out. And then also the Brekkie Shack. This place is called the Brekkie Shack, which intrusive thought time. Brekkie just sounds so much like a word that one of my exes would say. And so their food looks so good that I'm going to just let that go and still enjoy it. But yeah, the Brekkie Shack, just look, it's a breakfast place.
Yeah.
And they got breakfast sandwiches, breakfast food.
I kind of got the gist of it.
Bro, that place looks beautiful.
Brekkie Shack.
It's just breakfast food. I love breakfast, though. I'm not typically hungry in the mornings, but, dude, this place is fucking... It looks...
Try to eat.
It gives off First Watch vibes, but, like, a little trashier. Not trashier as in, like, quality suffering, but like the First Watch is like a little more healthy leaning, I would say, but like it seems like Brekkie Shack likes to go balls to the wall a little bit.
Pancakes and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm going.
I like me a breakfast burrito.
Or an omelet.
Jesus Christ.
I had this I forget what the place is called, but I had this type of food the other day. It's like a yogurt base and comes with fruit, and then obviously like.
Talking about parfait?
I don't know.
That's a yogurt base with fruit. That's a parfait.
It's like a bowl. Oh yeah.
Does that have granola in it?
It's like a parfait. I thought you were naming the place.
No.
No, it's like a parfait times 10. And it's like parfait on steroids, bro. So it's like a big ass. It's like a medium sized bowl. It gets like this like fucking. I don't even know how to describe it. Some fucking gelato or like yogurt at the bottom.
Frozen yogurt?
Yeah, like frozen yogurt.
I was just about to say, do you like frozen yogurt?
Yeah, it's good.
I'm not a big yogurt guy, but I love frozen yogurt.
So it's like that, and then it gets like some, like I said, fruits and like like I had coconut shavings in it, and then some fucking
That sounds wonderful.
Some sauce.
You got some buttums in there?
I think it was like chocolate sauce or something.
And, did you get buttums toppings?
Ones with Nutella in it, and like bananas and like dude. Like I could eat that every morning, and it had granola in it.
Where was this?
That's what I do. I don't.
Oh, you can't remember? Well, find out, guys.
I just tried it. It's good.
And then this one's really random.
That was random.
That's it. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
So I love cinnamon.
Yeah.
In my desserts. In my desserts.
Yeah,
I don't like cinnamon in savory foods. Okay. Sorry, Indian food places. But if you get a dessert, put cinnamon on that bitch. You can justify putting cinnamon on almost any dessert, in my opinion. And I say this because I'm about to recommend you guys one of the best grocery store pre-made cinnamon rolls I've had in a long time. This is going to sound crazy. Okay, so earlier we were setting up the podcast, and we keep a lot of this podcast stuff in a room that I like spend time in here sometimes. That sounded weird. But there was remnants. There was like a container of this thing that I'm about to say, which should be pretty obvious. There was an empty container. And Marquise picked it up. He was like, "What is this?" And I was like, "Hold on, just hold on, because
the addiction started.
I'll tell the podcast people what it is." It was these are at Myers, and I think they're called gourmet cinnamon rolls. I say this because there's two kinds of cinnamon rolls here in the bakery section at Myers. They have like your basic cinnamon roll. I've not tried those, but they don't look near as good as these. But their gourmet cinnamon rolls are fucking delectable.
The fucking gourmet ones.
Twice now, I have bought a pack, which there's like 4 of them, and they're quite big. I have bought twice. I have bought the 4-pack and ate it all.
On the way home in the car.
Well, no, dude, it's bad, bro. Both of these times, I first tried them because I was doing a DoorDash where I was like doing grocery shopping, and sometimes when I'm doing that, and I'm like just about to have like a lunch break or something, and I'm hungry, sometimes the grocery store is too much for my taste buds, and I start getting like triggered by looking at these snacks and
There's
foods.
so much at it.
So I see these cinnamon rolls, and I'm like, oh, I want this, and so I pick them up, open them, and I ate one in the store while I was shopping.
Damn.
Which, like, I think that's allowed. If I'm gonna pay for it, I think I can manage it.
I don't know. My mom used to like let me drink the chocolate milk and then give it to her, and it disappeared. But yeah, I think she paid for it.
As a teenager, I'll admit, I mean, I was a bad man. But I there were times where I'd walk into a Walmart, open up something, start snacking on it, and then somehow it would just make its way into a different aisle, and I would leave it.
Yeah.
And that's my confession for the day. But
yeah, it's a new year.
It's a new year. In 2024 and 2023, we're not going to do any more grocery store shopping where we don't purchase the food. But these cinnamon rolls, dude, they're so fucking good, bro. They got just enough frosting on them.
Oh, they actually have frosting?
A lot.
Oh.
That's why I picked out the gourmet ones to begin with, is because like the other ones were like drizzled with frosting, which is not my cup of tea. You need to load that frosting on there. And these ones, it's like a fucking blanket of frosting on top.
Oh, bro.
And dude, I was picking them apart and just fucking eating it. And I ate like 2 of them on the way home last night, and then ate another one when I got home.
Bro, I might have to stop by Meyer.
Dude, they're so fucking good. They're like $4 or $5. And it's so worth it, bro. They're so good. So fucking good.
Are you still addicted to the ice cream sandwich?
Oh, I think I OD'd on those a bit. Like, I still love them. Like, I'll eat one. If there was one here, I'd eat it and love it. But I used to eat them every day. No, I stopped doing that. After I stopped eating the Chipwiches every day, I moved on to, like, I would start eating Sheetz donuts a lot.
Oh, their donuts slap, bro.
They just upgraded them, too. I don't know if it's... Yeah, they're probably upgraded. That's what they called it. Like, they marketed it as an upgrade because they used to have a certain kind of donut, like a bunch of donuts. They got rid of all of those.
Yeah.
And then completely
like
redid the way they do them now.
They have like the blue frosting one and like the strawberry.
Which weird because the blue frosting one you're talking about is fucking vanilla. The fuck? Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm out, bro. That was on the computer.
Is it okay?
I think it's okay. That was on the computer though, bro.
That was ADHD at its...
Damn, bro.
Is it okay?
Yeah,
it was a really dumb moment. Okay. He's got a heavy fucking head.
You just cracked the screen, that's all.
No, what? You just look so... Fuck you, dude. Dude, there was a... Yeah, the cinnamon rolls, bro.
Cinnamon rolls, bro. Damn.
Last thing, just because I thought your little joke made me think of it, and then we'll get out of here. I said that I was done talking about Call of Duty, but I need to bring up one more thing because we have a new viewer.
360.
The guy I met on Call of Duty watches the fucking podcast.
He
now.
watches?
Yeah, dude. So playing video games can actually help you in real life sometimes.
Yeah.
Now buy something moisturized, you fucker.
Moisture.
But
awesome.
no, I was playing with him the other day. This shit was so funny. I've had multiple funny encounters with him, like. One of them I'm not going to bring up. But so the other day I was playing and we're in the very armory manor place that I recommend you guys drop at. We're in there and it's like a room with 2 entrances. And one of the exits, he placed an inflatable decoy, which in the game is like it looks kind of like another player, and it's meant to like trick you. Nobody uses them because they're stupid, but apparently what he likes to do is throw them down and then prank his teammates. Like, oh, we got a guy over there, and then you turn around and you see a guy, right? Yeah. So he placed one of those in the doorway, and the door's open, and he's got this decoy sitting right there. I'm looting. Like around the corner, I pick up a gun. He's like, bro, we got a guy. He starts like shooting at the decoy. I turn the corner, I look at the decoy, shoot it a couple times. I'm like, oh wow, you're crazy. And so it's like, you're tripping.
Gotcha.
So like this, I shoot it and I start to turn, and he's like, yeah, I'm fucking with you. I get hit, I get shot.
Oh,
and I'm like, what the fuck? And I was like, no, there really is a guy. And he's like, no, I was fucking with you. I was like, no. And I look over and there's actually like 2 people coming. And I was like, oh, fuck. And he was like, wait, really? And I was like, yeah. And they just storm in. But it was like the weirdest timing because he puts something there, acts like there's a guy there. I shoot it. And then there actually is 2 people coming in.
What a coincidence.
I was like, fuck.
Damn.
What a coincidence.
Yeah, what a coincidence.
You had to be there. But, so, yeah, they throw a smoke bomb in there, fucking moisturize against one of them, and I kill the other. And that's Scheuneman Show episode fucking 88 or 89.
Whoa.
We don't know what number it is because I'm going to fucking say it. Not to jinx anything, but we have a fun guest coming on, and we don't know if we'll probably... They're not coming on until Saturday. We need to get this out on Monday. So we'll probably release this one this week. So this is probably episode 88. Probably. Unless we really want to speed through and edit the episode. Yep. All right. Go check out the new collection, the Stone Collection. It's very special, near and dear to our hearts here at Scheuneman. We put our heart and soul into this thing. And it's got a super important and meaningful inspiration behind it and a mission to move forward with. Go check that out, please. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I am just now remembering, I did want to say, if you made it this far, go and comment where you think our third photo tee should be. Where should the picture be? Where should we go? Ooh. Any locations or things that you think should be photographed? I will accept ridiculous answers or real answers. Now go comment that. Give us your feedback, and who knows, maybe your comment will wind up on a shirt. And then there's another thing. Come on, come back to me. Come back to me, baby.
Baby, come back.
I don't know if it's going to come back. All right. Well.
And that's that.
Oh, it did come back. It did come back.
Yes. All right.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about this more.
Damn, I missed.
You thought.
Go ahead.
Damn, bro. That was sad to see.
We'll talk about this a little more, though.
We'll talk about this more on the next week. But I do want to say, guys, we've got, I've had a couple of people just throughout the whole process of designing and running the brand. Our clothes, yeah, we understand. They're, expensive for some people. But I want you to understand a few things. Number one, we do want to make high-end, designer-esque clothes. That's the kind of category we would like to be in as a brand. Yes, we do understand that there are clothes you can get at Walmart for, $5. You can get a T-shirt there. But not only do we want to be making luxury items, but also that shit that you're buying at Walmart is contributing to a number of problems. One of them being it's terrible for the fucking environment. Fast fashion is god awful for global warming and just the environment in general. You know how much waste goes into fast fashion and all that? So we're trying to be a little more eco-friendly. And then on top, by using, materials that are eco-friendly, as well as not making a just garbage amount of clothes that are just going to go to waste and just crazy amount. It's bad for the environment. Fast fashion is awful in so many ways, and one of them is that it is bad for the environment. Also, it is terrible because that shit that you're getting at Walmart or that shit that you're getting at TJ Maxx or wherever the fuck you're paying $4 for a T-shirt, that's being made by somebody that does not get paid a livable wage. They are literally scraping by, if that, slave labor. Literally, go on our website. We say it that way because that's what it is, and it's fucked up. So another reason why these things are expensive is not just because we're not money-grubbing people that are just trying to take your money that you worked hard for. We understand. But to create luxury goods and also not contribute to fast fashion or slave labor, you have to pay your manufacturers a livable wage. And yes, that does make things cost more because we have to make sure that our manufacturers are getting paid a fair and honest wage. And so we know the people that are designing these things by hand in Italy, and that does make certain things expensive. But it is not because we are trying to make some crazy amount of profit. We are actually cutting corners to make it as cheap as we possibly can, while also being a super high quality product that you can enjoy and will stick with you for as long as you wish to have it. So I did want to get into that a little bit, and we'll touch on that next week as well, because that needs to be understood, and people need to get it. Now, I totally do understand. Like, it's not super easy for everyone to be dropping hundreds of dollars on clothes. But when I was in high school, I would save my money to do that because I had an appreciation for fashion, and I respected the same things I respect now as a creative director for my own clothing brand. I didn't want to contribute to some fucking slave labor, fast fashion bullshit. And I also like things to be special. A number of reasons. But you get the point. You're not dumb. You've made it this far into the episode. You're a genius. You listen to the show. But yeah, that's been this week.
Yeah.
That was my rant. All right. See you boys next week.
See you next week.
Boys, girls, ladies, gentlemen.
Jensen. I don't even know where I was going to go with that. I kind of messed up already, so.
All right. Love you. Ciao. Thanks.
Love you. Ciao. Bye.
Oh, God.